Welcome to my humble little office. My name is R. Keith Andrews. I am a spiritual guide and paranormal adept. This is the astrological forecast for November 22nd through 28th of 2020. This is a general reading, meaning it applies to approximately 8 billion people. So, if something doesn't seem to fit quite right, look at your Mars, your Neptune, your Moon, and your Ascendant. Any one of these can have a very big impact on the way your life is going. You'll find all of them listed on your natal chart. If you don't have one, contact me at one of the contact points below, and I'll be happy to look them up for you. Okay, now, that said, if you'd be kind enough to give us a thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe to our channel so you can get them as they come out, and absolutely share them with the people you feel they will help. In the meantime, let's get on with this, shall we? The first card, as per usual, is an overall. Now, this applies to everybody. Okay, we have the Ten of Wands, and what this shows is there's a lot of stress, a lot of change going on right now. It's time to really take a look at things and decide what are you holding on to that's not working. Now, this may be material stuff that's cluttering your house. It may be thought processes that you feel are holding you back. Now understand, this is about what you feel is working, not necessarily about what anybody else is thinking. But keep in mind, karmic law is important. Do unto others as you desire them to do unto you. Okay, this doesn't guarantee everything will work smoothly, but it does stack the deck in your favor. So this week, there's a lot of work to be done, a lot of cleaning house, if you will. You may find that it applies to removing what I tend to refer to as deadweight friendships. Friendships or connections that you feel you're putting all the work into and getting virtually nothing in return. This may be the time to look at walking away from them. Now, Aries, we have the devil. Now, don't panic on that. This simply means the material world is of dominant importance to you at this point. So, take a look at what you're looking at, the stuff around you. Ask yourself this. Is the clutter that you've got helping you? Are you paying for stuff that you really don't require? Okay. One thing that I'm personally going through is I'm looking at the storage that I've got, and asking myself, is paying for the storage really beneficial? Am I ever going out to that storage? If not, you may be spending money that you don't require. Okay, so Aries, when you're looking at the material world, okay, ask yourself, are you hanging on to stuff that you really don't require, or is it where it can't be and you can't use it? Okay, Taurus, we have the Five of Pentacles. This tells you that finances are likely a little tight right now. This, again, is where you take a look at what you're spending. Are you spending wisely? Are you actually accounting for what's coming up? Are you stacking the deck in your favor? Making sure that you're looking down the road, not just at what you immediately desire. Okay, the spiritual world itself is a great thing, but the material world plays absolute critical importance in day-to-day life. Gemini, what do we got here? Gemini, we have the Magician. This shows that you already have the tools in your possession to change your life for the better, to get rid of the excess stresses that you're dealing with. But remember, the tendency of yours to put other people as a priority. Clearly, I'm not going to tell you don't help other people. But I will tell you it is imperative you take care of you first in order to be able to take care of other people. This says you've got the creative capacity, you've already got the tools in place that you can sort between the two. Now, again, if you aren't entirely aware of how to go about that, people around you, this is the time to communicate with them. Get the added input from other people. Now, they may not have all the answers for you, but between you, the odds are you'll be able to figure something out. Okay. Now, Cancer. Cancer, we have the Five of Wands inverted. This shows you that you're coming out of a very stressful time. Now is the time to really take the negative past and put it to rest. Okay, because it is showing that you're entering into a time of relaxation, where, at least metaphorically, you'll be able to put your feet up and relax. Okay, this is a great time to reach out to people and communicate with them, to the ones that you choose to have as family. This is not always bloodline. Bloodline is family that you're born to. But the other family that is equally important and sometimes more important to some people is the family you choose to have. This says it's time to reach out. Now, understand something very critical in today's world. Reaching out, a phone call, an email, a text message, may be all it requires. Okay? And it may work very well. Now, Leo, we have the Hermit. And the Hermit tells you that it is time to take a step back from the stressful things in your life. Okay, the ones that you can. Because by stepping away from the ones that you can step back from, the situations that you cannot walk away from, for instance, if you have to be stuck in a job that you're not happy with, or stuck living in a place that you're not content with, okay, or if you feel that you're stuck, then clearly walking away is not going to work very well. Okay. But on the other hand, if you're not happy with the way that things have been going, that you've been trying to sort something out, take a break from it, go and do something else. You can come back and look at it afterwards. But by reducing the little stresses, you'll have more energy to deal with the bigger ones. As you can tell, we still stumble over our own tongue. Now, Virgo, we have the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups says that the past is finally at a rest. The situation that you were dealing with is coming to a close, and now is the time to look forward. Okay, it's time to take the negative past and let go of it. Think of it like walking. If you're trying to walk forward, okay, if you don't put the past behind you, you can't move forward. Walking, you put one foot forward, which is great, but if you don't lift the back foot up and bring it forward, you're not going to go very far. Okay, same thing with past issues. If you don't let the negative past go, you're going to have a hard time moving into the positive future. And for those of you that are looking at it going, but my life has been miserable all along, it's never gotten any better. I won't argue with you that that may well be the case. That may be what you're going through. But the reality is, if we take a look at nature, okay, if you look at the way that life goes, it always goes in peaks and valleys. You may have been going through a valley for a very long time. For all I know personally, you may well have been going through a valley since you started. Okay, but it's time to talk to the people around you, even if only by text. Okay, by text, by phone call, because right now, getting physically close to somebody isn't necessarily easy. Okay, so reach out to the people around you to find something that catches your attention, that makes you go, oh, maybe I can get a little bit of a break. Maybe something will look a little better. Okay. Now, Libra, we have the Two of Swords. This says you're at a crossroads. You can either choose to stay with the stress that you're dealing with, or you can choose to let go of some of it and move forward. The call is yours. Okay. Sometimes it's very difficult to figure out how to get something, to put something behind you. When you were first learning to walk, or first learning to put your shoes on, the odds are you couldn't do them up when you first got put there. Somebody had to show you. The same applies to putting negative things in the past. Okay, the things you've been dealing with, you may not know exactly how to let go of. Okay, but people around you will. Somebody out there's got to have answers, but you don't find them by hiding in the closet and not saying anything. Well, you might, But how's that work? If you're one of these people that's been doing that, how's it working for you? Okay. Now, Scorpio, we have the Ace of Swords inverted. This says you've already, in your heart, you've already picked a direction. You already know the path you desire to go on. Okay. You just have to make the decision to let go of the things that you're trying to drag with you that haven't been serving you well in the first place. Put them to rest. And even if you just set them in the closet for the time being and look at them later. I don't recommend that, by the way. You'll have to deal with them sooner or later. But the Ace of Swords says you've already made a decision on the path you like. Other people may not like it. It's okay. They don't have to. You're the one that's got to actually like it, providing you're doing unto others as you desire them to do unto you. Okay, now, Sagittarius, the Truth Seekers. This is the Ten of Cups. And of course, the Ten of Cups tells you, this is what I call the wish card. Doesn't matter which way it's sitting, it does tell you that good things are heading your direction. Okay, that the negative issues you've been going through are coming to a close. And it's time to look to a brighter future. It's time to decide, do you want to hang on to the way your path of your life has been going? If it's been going bad, are you content hanging on to that? Or would you actually prefer to have things shift gears? Okay. Now, we go to Capricorn here. And this shows, okay, we'll try English. We just tripped over that really badly. But this is why we call this a live reading. Or a live forecast. Because I don't go back and clean out all the hiccups. This is just me. Anyway, we have the Five of Swords here. And this tells you, especially where your business, and bear in mind, your home finances, the home life you've got, is a sort of a business. It's time to be deadly honest with it. That was my phone. And we're just going to ignore that. Remember that thing about live readings? Or live forecasts? This tells you, okay, this tells you it's time to be very honest, especially with yourself. I'm a firm believer that being honest with anybody is important. Okay. I mean, yes, it would be nice to be polite. But honesty and really taking a serious look at yourself in the mirror, look at the way your business or your home is running, and ask, is it running properly? Is it running the way that you're happy with? You know, put the pros and cons down on paper. It's an old tool, but it works like a charm. Okay. Now, what the Five of Swords tells you is really take a look at your current situation, because that's where you have to start looking. How you got there is not half as important as where you go from here. Now, if we take a look at Aquarius, we have the Fool inverted. And that tells you that as long as you Aquarians are treating other people properly and you're putting your best foot forward, you will be protected. Because the Fool tells you that karmic law is being enforced. If you are putting the proper effort in to make something positive happen, it stacks the deck in favor of things working out for you. This does not mean they work out easy. And do understand, you cannot make yourself feel better. You may think you can, but it really doesn't work. Trying to make yourself feel better by making other people feel worse. Okay. Now, with Pisces, we have the Page of Cups inverted. This shows that this could well be a very emotional week. Okay. Bear in mind, taking some time out for yourself is kind of critical. Kind of an important factor. Okay. But it is time to really look in the mirror and go, am I happy with the way things are going? Okay. Now, the wrap up. We have, try English, can't see for a second there. We have the Nine of Wands. Okay, and this tells you that much as there is a lot of stress going on, as long as you think things through, you'll be able to work out how to deal with them. Okay, like we said at the beginning, we have the stress, but if you just look at the numerical side of it, we've got the 10 of Wands at the beginning, we have the 9 of Wands. Okay, if you think of it in the way of stress, even with this, it shows you that the stress is declining. So, we're going to leave it at that. Okay, and we're going to absolutely remind you, if you like our video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel to get the rest of the new ones coming out, because we are expanding into new areas. Okay, and absolutely subscribe to the channel, to our channel, pass it on to your friends, and until we talk again, take care of yourselves and each other.